I've been thinking about sunshine beating down.
Welcome to Trans Heartbeat. I'm Michelle Matlock, president of Traction Trans Community Action. Traction is proud and excited to introduce this new program series, Trans Heartbeat, where we're creating a space to celebrate and affirm trans existence, empower responses to the rising tide of transphobic rhetoric in our country, and showcase the power of trans artistic expression. We're honored to present our inaugural episode featuring Mia Byrne, a talented and prolific artist, composer, musician, writer, filmmaker, and activist based in New York City. Mia's talents have deeply enriched Traction's work in the past, and for Trans Heartbeat, she's not only our first guest, but also the brilliant composer and musician of the soundtrack. Her music sets the pulse of our series and brings an added depth to this presentation. In the critical moments leading up to one of the most consequential elections in history, Mia composed a powerful, moving, and personal trans State of the Union. Her piece captures both the chaos we're navigating and shines a light on the resilience and joy that define our future. Welcome, Mia Byrne. This is Trans Heartbeat.
It's 2024. Trans people are refugees in this country, regardless of our country of origin. And in our sanctuary cities, organizations like Traction are the beacons for trans people who need help and hope. The most recent statistics of the Trevor Project show the rates of trans youth suicide in red states are 72% higher than in blue states. And this is in part because so many non-trans people are being empowered and encouraged to attack us, attack our youth, to hurt us, to prevent our lives from being lived. As a community at the margins, we must rely on each other and need to rely on each other. More of us are out than ever before, living great lives. We're building communities out of scrap wood and shared meals, connecting each other to each other through word of mouth, online, in all sorts of holistic ways. More than ever, we as trans people have the power to band together in a way that the world has never seen. And like every other revolutionary moment before us, we have things that divide us. We reflect the greater whole of society, especially now because there are so many of us who have been empowered to be out, to transition, to live our lives fully without compromise in this moment, which is unprecedented. We don't have to disappear anymore. Trans and queer people won the right to dictate our lives and live openly. And we will never again let people in power dictate who we are or how we live. We will never allow our children and siblings to suffer in silence, in fear. We have open arms for you, right here in Seattle and in every major city in the United States and Canada. If you're looking for a way to live your life, to actualize your freedom, find us. We will help you because we can and because it's right and because none of us can do it alone. And that's why it's imperative for all of us who have the ability, who have the resources, who have the means to keep building and funding systems outside of institutional norms, to support each other and to fight the powers that would try to take us down. And also, as a community, we must work to bring each other closer together and find ways of living fully with each other. This includes our allies. I meet people often who say to me, Mimi, I want to help the trans community, but I don't want to take up space. I don't want to take the air out of the room or take up too much bandwidth. And I say to them, please speak on our behalf. Amplify us. Amplify our asks. Amplify our voices with your own. If you're cis, if you're straight, queer, wherever your identity lies on this great spectrum, we need you to be part of our trans revolution because you are already part of it. Our common fight is one of equity and autonomy. Our collective liberation as human beings is imperative on this. Trans rights are civil rights, our children's rights, our parents' rights, our Black and brown and Asian and Indigenous rights, women's rights, reproductive rights, and gay rights. As Marsha P. Johnson said in 1970, and Sylvia Rivera echoed in 1973, I want my gay rights now. There is no time like the present. Don't wait to be asked further to act. You must act now, and you can help. All of you, wherever you are, whoever you are. Talk about trans people. Talk about the intersections of trans oppression with all the other oppressions that you see and talk about. If you hear a relative saying, I don't understand these people, or using anti-trans dog whistles like women's sports or biological advantage, or anything that's absolute, complete bullshit, call them out. And if someone says we're too edgy of an issue, too edgy to put on whatever docket, agenda, or discussion that you have, you must shoot that down. You must inject truth into the stream of lies and propaganda so many people repeat. Even those who have kind hearts. Even those who have kind hearts. They may not know what they're really saying or repeating. Be loud. Make them listen. Help them learn. We're not going to do this alone. Come join us at our table. The more we are divided, the harder we could fall. Be part of our family.
The election is now over, and Mia's powerful message rings louder and more true each day. Facing challenges ahead, the unified trans community has now been joined arm in arm by countless friends, family, and allies to create a fearless coalition of activist support and resistance. Thank you, viewers, for participating in this inaugural broadcast of Traction's Trans Heartbeat programming. Future programs will continue to offer a diverse showcase of trans artistic achievement and expression. Stay connected and engaged with our current work and upcoming program schedule at tractionpnw.org and on the socials at tractionpnw. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.